FKP. Yeah, this is going to be kind of like a ramble-sode if you don't listen to the actual podcast, which there is. I just uploaded a new podcast with Dawn from Annex Defense. So before we get into all that shit, let's get the self-sponsorship shit out of the way, because that's how I pay my bills. So, shout out to overpassbags.com. If you need an inexpensive imported bag with good zippers, overpassbags.com. I got a bunch of other shit on the website, not just rifle cases, some accessory stuff. Shout out to housepartydistro.com because I make t-shirts. So if you are trying to make some t-shirts for your church, your band, whatever, housepartydistro.com, go ahead and hit the website. There's a contact us link there. Superior Defense, nothing ever in stock. I mean, I did just do a can with AAC. Shout out to Advanced Armament Co. for letting me make legacy fucking cans with you guys. Shout out to Sanserco. Love you guys as well because I am the director of food and beverage over at Sanserco. And I just did that after I shouted out Advanced Armament Co. Well, that goes ahead and tell you that I play nice with most people. Yeah, so House Party, Overpass, Superior Defense. Shout out to absolutely everyone, Forward Observations Group, Dirty Kid, Zev, Unity, I don't know. There's more fucking people, but we'll talk about this because I will move into this video. If you are a PSA guy and you're here, or for whatever your reasons are, because I'm going to be talking about this rifle, be prepared because I don't actually talk a lot about specs. I will briefly go over them and you're going to be bummed out. So I don't care about learning everything about it. I'm here to shoot guns. I don't care. And if you're not new here, what up? Thanks for coming back and dealing with my bullshit. So I am actually going to strip out this other rifle that I just used for marketing. I'm going to then pass it all on to the rifle behind me, which is the Saber 10. That one we'll talk a little bit more in depth, and I will talk about the reason it is getting set up the way it is and what my plans are with it, because I am an application-based shooter. I lied. I have a ton of shit that I just own just because, but the reason why I like shooting is very specific setups. So the gun that I am going to strip all this shit off of is a Noveske N6. This is a no-def. This is a 12.5-inch 6.5 Creedmoor gun. And I will be stealing this ATAC R1-8 off of here, this Atlas, and I think that's pretty much what I'm going to steal off of this gun, and I'm going to change a couple of things on this rifle because it is a 14.5. Now, unsure of what can I'm going to run on it at this moment. It'll probably be longer. Try and get as much out of it as possible for hearing because that is a 6.5. Yeah, so I'm going to strip this motherfucker. I'm going to put everything on there. Might make some changes before I head out to the dirt and go and zero it. And I will talk about my initial experiences with this gun. I do need to publicly say this because dudes would get cranky about this. PSA did send this gun to me. So shout out to Cameron. Thank God the Panthers won the fucking Stanley Cup. It's not going back to fucking Canada with Edmonton, and I'm very excited about that. Shout out to Granger down there at fucking PSA because he's a boner and he decided to leave working for me to go work at PSA. So let's jump into it and let's talk about this fucking 6.5 and this rattly ass thing in my warehouse. Another set of people that I need to give a shout out to is going to be Zero Fox Given. They actually sent me a couple of tripods because I will be doing a tripod video. The one that I have this on right now is called The Bog. It is a fairly inexpensive tripod and it does have an ARC adapter up on the top. Don't know much about it other than I haven't shot off of it. So here it is. This is the rifle. This is going to be the 14.5-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. Like I said, Saber 10, right? I do like 6.5 Creedmoor. I do plan on shooting this anywhere from 600 to 900 fucking meters. That's just going to be me. And I know dudes are going to fucking get cranky and be like, you're not going to shoot it that far with a 1-8. Yes, I will. I will be shooting a 140 grain ELD Hornady match. And yeah, so if you don't know about this gun, there's a spec list on fucking PSA's website, but this one is green. It has the matching B5 stuff on it, the Radian charging handle with the Radian selector, which I actually switched out to be a The short throw, I did like that. I believe these are battle arms takedowns, and it has the RAL shit on it, and it is permanently attached with a Silentrico ASR 3-prong. These do have an adjustable gas block. I haven't fucked around with it, and because you're going to ask, big shout out to Annex Defense. I run all the Annex stuff on my rifles, so I have the ability to run ARCA on a tripod. So what we're going to do is, the first thing is, oh shit, if I don't fucking crash and burn on this, I am going to run an ATAC-R 1:8 in a Reptilia mount. This is a 1.5. So I will throw this on here. And then what we're going to do once we fucking get, dialed in for the most part, right? Get that in there. Little test print. Let's see how my eye relief is. I'll take that. That's good. Crank this down. Get that to tighten. Man, I don't know why. I'm very much into using short gas guns. I love short gas guns. I have no idea why. It's just my thing. Obviously, I just showed you the 12.5-inch N6, so very stoked on that. The other thing is I need to actually put a mount on the front of this so I can put this Atlas on here. Another thing that Annex makes is they have this little throw lever that goes on the bottom of the Atlas bipod, so you basically make this fucking big-ass knob usable, right? Because if you're in position, this is backwards right now. So if you're in position, you're under the gun, you can actually loosen this or tighten this pretty easy. Cool little thing, made out of aluminum. So I will be running the Atlas, and I also have an Arasaka Defense mount on the top of this. So with it basically makes it a little bit better than a QD. So you essentially just press this. See, oh, did I loosen it or tighten it? And then it slides. I don't know if you can even say that. But I will be running this, and I am running a tall one because I plan on shooting this out in the dirt, and I need to be able to get behind the gun. So we're going to run the Atlas on there, and then I most likely am going to figure out where I'm going to put a fucking laser on this gun, because I do plan on shooting this up behind a PVS-24 at night, hopefully get into that 400 or 500 meter night vision shooting, but get this thing on steel. The other thing is magazine-wise, I will be running Knight's Armament fucking SR 25 magazines. I will be running the Duramag version of these, and I will be running the PMag, the SR25 PMag. So there it is. This is the gun. It's pretty much going to be, I don't know what triggers in this, by the way, so I'm not even going to fucking talk about it like I know that. Very cool. That's the gun. I'm going to finish the setup, and then we're going to go out to the desert, get it on paper with 140 ELD match, and then go and shoot some fucking steel at a couple hundred meters, and then get some night vision shit. So there we go. So we just got out here. Finally, it's hammering fucking rain back in town, which absolutely fucking sucks. I am going to talk about tripods first, which this is not the tripod video. I'm just going to fucking throw stuff out there. You can see my setups. And I'm going to give a shout out to Annex, because Don over at Annex is actually a supplier for this company, which is called Leo Photo. You can actually see this right here, this setup. And it works kind of like a Really Right Stuff. So it has a clamp for ARCA and 1913. And the legs on this are going to be the SA364C6. And then the head on this is going to be the MG-40X, and it's called Leo, like the guy from That 70s Show, Photo, F-O-T-O. And then, since we're jumping...
So do you like photos, man?
But out here, this is the continuation, finally, of the Sabre 10, the 14.5-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. I have this thing set up with the Silentrico Spec War 7.62 that I did with them. Like I said, 14.5, 6.5 Creedmoor. We have an Atlas bipod on here with the Arasaka adapter to make this pretty easy. Obviously the Annex plate. We are running SR25 magazines and a Night Force 1:8. Then the spotter that we're going to be running today is going to be the this is a Bushnell Elite Tactical. I forget the number on this, the ETB 840 LMT. Okay, so this thing has a Badger Ordnance mount on it, and it's actually pretty fucking dialed. But we got this thing on top of another Leo photo. Oh, I guess a Vortex 4000. I don't really talk about that often because I just got it and I broke it. Vortex's customer service was fucking fantastic. So the LH40 ball head on here has the same fucking thing, 1913 or Arca if you're that person. And then the legs on this are going to be an LO 324C. So we're gonna run this, we're gonna get this thing on paper at like 40 fucking meters, and then we are going to 0 to 100 and then see what the accuracy looks like at 100. Jesus. That's me, I'm all over the place.
Long format.
Oh, what?
Long format.
Log format. Let's look. Oh, shit. I was under a bunch of pressure on this thing, and then it moved. I need to come. Left. That's good right there. Okay, let me get ammo. Damn, pulled that one. Fucking with this parallax too much. All right, so let's look at our shot list. Okay, nope, go back. Back. Session summary. We're getting about average 2488 out of this thing with the max of 2525. So I'm not going to complain about that because it's a 14.5 inch. This barrel's not fucking broken in, so over time, it's gonna fucking get a little bit faster. And let's be real, we're gonna take a walk down there and go look at the fucking target. Again, I'm shooting off of a tripod. I switched to the really right stuff because I needed another tripod to hold my Garmin, as you can see, has been modified to accept that. So let's go look at that and we'll re-zero these turrets out. But no, I should put a better group down before I do that. I would say it's zeroed. Yeah, Jesus! Why?
No. No mas.
Did it cycle? Yeah.
Looked like it.
God, I hated that so much. So you decided to make this a midget fucking spotter.
Aren't you 5'7"?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking stand like this, though.
That's how you stand normally.
You're right. Nope. Well, we zeroed it with a different can, so. So it cycles, that's cool. With a flow can, and I didn't fuck with the gas block, so there's that. And again, running SR25 magazines, not P20, what are they called? PMags or Duramags. So. Alright. So I was gonna do some accuracy testing. The wind picked up, as you can tell from the fucking noise in the camera. I don't have enough glass on this fucking gun, which makes it pretty fucking useless trying to shoot this thing to stack dimes. The stuff that I did see down there, I have a clip in here somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and say I was getting about a minute out of this. I don't really think I expected much more of it. So if I do swap out glass to this, I'll do something like a 3.8 to 18, like a Mark V, or I don't know what I'm gonna put on it. I have a 4 to 16, might throw it on there, but I'm not upset at the performance for the price of the fucking gun. Shout out to Cameron for sending this out to me so I could fuck around with it and try and break it. And I'll be very honest with you, I had a customer service situation, and it's not a bad one. It's actually fantastic. So when I originally got this thing, it wouldn't cycle. I reached out to them, sent it back to them. They repaired it. It was back to me. I was out of town, so I was out without the upper for about 2 weeks. That's my own doing, so I don't even know how long it actually took to get it back. Communication was solid. Yeah, so now that I'm a PSA shill and all that other shit, I would suggest that this gun is something that you would buy for your entry level to jump into AR-10s. It's not an N6, it's not a fucking SR25, so don't expect it to be. It looks good, everything on here, minus, this is my one fucking complaint about this gun, is that it has, the same with the Saber 15, is that these rails, they have a fucking QD socket that is, you use a socket to actually install this, or a wrench, whatever tools you fucking have. They are sharp. So I am going to remove mine because I don't like that. And that was my complaint about the fucking original Saber 15. But the fit and finish on this thing's pretty fucking tits, even though I couldn't get it to fucking cycle. I was, again, running 140 ELDs, so I didn't try any other 6.5 ammo because that's what I had. And the final complaint is my own shit because I don't have enough glass on this gun. If we were shooting at steel just for fucking pinging noises and shit like that, this setup would be tits. So I need to revisit this and put different glass on it.